Check this out from Fox News. Faith in God. Fox News host Pete Hegseth goes behind the scenes to discuss his dedication to faith, family, and education. Nothing else compares to a relationship with our Creator. Let me tell you something. I'm just going to be forward. I was brought up Christian, and when I was younger, even though this was a hard thing to do, it's a hard road to walk from the standpoint of being a child because you don't even know what you're doing. I mean, I wasn't a child not knowing what I'm doing, but I was like a teenager. And a hard thing to do, meaning you try to walk the straight and narrow. I remember doing the stuff that Gideon is doing now, developing a relationship with God and repentance, and then the years roll by. And then you come across people, at Fox News. And you look at them and how they conduct themselves. And you see the slick stuff they pull and the people who call themselves Christians doing some of the most Grammy stuff you can ever imagine. And it really throws your faith to question. It makes you question whether you even want to be a part of anything that's connected to them. I used to watch Fox News. I used to watch the 700 Club. I used to watch all that, the whole nine. You know what I'm saying? Grew up conservative, grew up going to church. But you know something? You can feel when you've been conned. You can feel when someone just played you. And that's the feeling that I felt when it comes to these people. They're telling me some stuff they don't believe enough to practice. This nation would not look the way that it does if they did. It would not look this way. There are more Christians than any other group, I think, as far as the United States, as far as self-professed. But it's like going to the gym. People all different sizes. Everybody, is trying to work out and get in shape. But then there's that person who's just overweight, doesn't take their, workout regimen seriously. And when they say, hey, I'm on a diet, you turn around and you see them, eating a whole bunch of food they shouldn't be eating. It's like, man, you don't even take your own stuff seriously. I don't take you seriously. That's the feeling that I feel when it comes to people like Pete Hegseth and every person at Fox News. I feel like these people are nothing but stumbling blocks. They're fake, fake, fake. I used to watch Sean Hannity. He's fake. I used to watch Bill O'Reilly. He's fake. All of these people are fake. They're fake. And, I didn't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Surprisingly enough, actually something else, little did I know. But bottom line is, stuff panned out in a way that I never saw coming. I don't think I would have ever seen coming. But I look at these people and I just shake my head. I don't trust you. I don't. Anything that comes out your mouth, it looks better be fact checked. I don't trust these people. I think they're just liars. I think they're just, it's like what Jesus said about the parable of the seeds. These people are fake. Looking at them would, cause you to question your faith. They're nothing. All of them. Laura Ingraham, I never watched her, but all those Christians over there are nothing but, counterfeit, fake. They're dang near a case for atheism. They are a case for atheism. Because if that's supposed to be what believers are, then it's all like you begin to feel like sign me up for the other squad. Sign me up for the other team. Like you feel that way simply because you're so repulsed and repelled by their behavior. And if that wasn't enough, they're embracing a guy, Donald Trump, who literally sounds like the Antichrist. This guy just runs perpetual game. And they're talking about he was sent by God. I have nothing to say to these people. I have nothing to say, you know. But I'm still me, It's hard to even say Christian. It's hard to even claim the title Christian, but usually I just say that from the standpoint of what I believe, But there's more to the story. I've come to figure out some stuff, living life. I've come to figure out some stuff, surprising. Like I said, surprisingly enough, Saul on the road to Damascus. But yeah, these people are nothing to me. But that's all I'm gonna say when it comes to that.
The problem exists because white people think they're better than black people, and they want to oppress us, and they want us to allow ourselves to be oppressed.
This is I agree with you perfectly. This is the basic problem.
Then what do you
that white
talk to me
people
about?
think they're better
What's it
than
that I can
others.
do? I can't solve the problem. You guys pull the strings that close schools. You guys draw the boundaries that keep our kids restricted to the ghetto. You guys write up the restrictive covenants that keep us out of houses. So it's up to you to talk to your brothers and your sisters and persuade them that they have a responsibility. We've assumed ours for over 400 years, and we're tired of this kind of stuff now. We're not going to suffer patiently anymore. No more turning the other cheek. No more blessing our enemies. No more praying for those who despitefully use us. We're going to show you that we've learned the lessons you've taught us. We've studied your history, and you did not take over this country by singing "We Shall Overcome." You did not gain control of the world like you have it now by dealing fairly with a man and keeping your word. You're treaty breakers, you're liars, you're thieves, you rape entire continents and races of people. Then you wonder why these very people don't have any confidence or trust in you. Your religion means nothing. Your law is a farce, and we see it every day. You demonstrated it in Alabama. And I can say you because you're part of the whole system. You profit from it. In fact, you make your living from it. You couldn't walk around and talk to people, stand up in your pulpit on Sunday and preach nice little songs and say, now we're going to give thanks to the Lord for he is good and old Jesus be among us. As far as we're concerned, your Jesus is contaminated, just like everything else you tried to force upon us is contaminated. Mm-hmm. Well, so you can have him. And here's what I'll say. I wish you would follow Jesus like we followed him. Because if you did that, then we'd be in charge tomorrow. I think the problem is so bad that we can have no understanding at all.
You think it's gotten to the point where there can never be that reconciliation? Then?
No. You talk about justice, and it means one thing to you, and we talk about it and means something else to us. Mm-hmm. And it'll always be that way. Mm-hmm. And I'd like you to know I have a terrible feeling against preachers, because I think you guys are the ones who are largely responsible for the problem in the first place. And you can accept it or not any way you choose. And for you, this may be an excursion, across the line.
What about the person that wants to listen? I genuinely feel that I want to listen.
Well, if you listen and try to do something, you get kicked out of your church. See, that's the way your people are.
The problem ultimately is that you don't believe in anything you're saying. If a person actually believed in Christian ethics, there are a trillion things you would care to fix about the world. The cruelty and graft and vice and sin, the hatred and misery. But you are largely fine with this.
That would require people.
Hold on.
That would require people, Bosch.
Hold on.
Andrew, he made a very strong statement. Let's let him try to explain what his reasoning is. Go ahead.
See, I know Christians. A lot of my extended family are Christians.
And
good
I know
Christians
communists.
too. Oh, you literally cannot help yourself.
Go ahead, Bosch.
And a lot of them, when you talk about what is sin, what is of concern of Christ, there is so much misery in this world. But I've seen your politics, and I know what you believe, and you just believe the same shit that like regular fascists believe, more or less. Like the Christian conservatism thing is often like promoted by people with a very low investment of Christianity. It's the same way that fascists wrap themselves in the flag before making.
Now I'm a
arguments.
fascist.
Your name was Big Papa Fascist.
Yeah, but you also know that was a debate handle. That was explained to you. And
Okay,
you know
gotcha.
that it's
that
true.
was right. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
The Christian,
wait.
the
Can
Christian
you tell me what
nationalism-
fascist
hold on.
policies I want?
The Christian nationalism angle.
No,
is
you
just
can't make the
another
claim I'm
way
a fascist,
of,
and you
framing
claimed I'm a
the-
fascist.
Oh
You
my
need to
god,
answer for it.
dude! Is this going to be every time I talk for more than 5 seconds? Like, I can
Well,
let you talk for a
dude,
while. I
go
admit,
back and
I'm
forth
talkative
then.
too. But like, holy shit! I don't think anyone who is genuinely motivated by the word of Christ could ever have a conversation like this and be like, oh, you know what I would change? Abortion. Like, there are so many trillions of things. A real Christian would be outraged at like Donald Trump's presidency, for example, because he's one of the most flagrant grifters and most openly anti-human individuals to ever occupy the office.